Hi everybody. So I've got a channel message for you. This collective is actively working on themselves, okay? So you are busy doing the things that you need to do to be able to get the success and the abundance and everything that you know that you deserve, but you're just like trying to figure out like how to do that. You're currently going through a spiritual awakening. You are doing the healing work that you need to do, the shadow work. So if this is not you, then keep scrolling. And if it's resonating, then let's hang out and let's do it. Basically, yesterday when this message came in, I was feeling all kinds of agitated, just like really like on edge and stuff like that. Your throat, like having kind of like needing to maybe get a little louder to be heard, or feeling like you're like clearing your throat a lot, feeling tightness in your throat, anything like that around your like throat chakra, that's going to be something that's a like significance to you. I wrote down what the channel message was, and I have the cards here of like that everything came out so that you can kind of see it in real time. Okay, so basically, the biggest thing to know is that like you're not late to the party, and this is a song that keeps coming up, and I can't remember who the artist is, but it's basically it's talking about. I'll have the name and the artist and everything on the side, but anyway, it talks about like, am I late to the party or am I right on time? And that's like, this whole song is kind of really like significant to this reading, simply because of the fact that like you feel like there's some sort of delay with you getting the abundance and the success and the whatever that you're working towards, like manifestations. You keep hearing that they're going to be coming in, but you're like, why is it not coming in? You're not late. There was a reason why all of the things, why there was a delay. There was a reason why there was divine intervention, why stuff didn't work out. And so understanding that, wrapping your head around that, and giving yourself some grace here. And like the biggest message out of this whole reading, I'll read out all the points that came out, but like the biggest message is just like, you need to trust yourself. Like, stop waiting for the right answer to come to you. Stop waiting for like validation or confirmation from the universe. Like, trust yourself. Like, go within, and whatever your gut is telling you to do, and like whatever feels right in the moment, or like whatever, like get out of your head. That's really the biggest thing. Like, get out of your logic. Don't worry about like the steps. Don't worry if it makes sense or not. If it feels right in the moment and it feels like it needs to, that's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen. That is the point. Okay. Don't worry if there's a bunch of people that already do what you do. You are bringing something different. The way that you present it, the way that you teach it, the way that you, like, whatever it is that you're being called to do. This is a collective reading, so it's going to hit different for everybody, but whether that's a business, whether that's changing careers, whether that's changing locations, like house moving, all the things, like whatever it is for you, and however you're presenting your gifts to the world, there's a reason why there's a delay, and there's a reason why you are doing it now, not when everybody else is doing it. Okay? Because there's a group, there's people that need you in the way that you present it. Basically, yeah, your path is becoming so clear. So there was a very clear image of a opening that I experienced when I went to Calgary in February. And it was like the most breathtaking situation. Like, I've never seen such beauty. I literally burst into tears, and it was such a divine moment with connecting me with the universe, because it was just this open, vast clearing. I was just surrounded by mountains. It was the most humbling experience I've ever like gone through. If I can, I'll put a picture here somewhere on the screen, so that you guys can see what I was looking at. But this is basically the image that came to my mind when, like, as soon as this channel came in. And it's basically just like indicating that everything is just getting so clear. Like, you have like so much abundance, so much like clarity coming to you very quickly. Okay. Then basically you're doubting your abilities, and you're being asked to trust in the divine. Okay. Going back to just trusting your intuition and trusting that everything is working out in your favor and for you, and that there's a reason why there's a delay. No one can do what you do. Just being you is what sets you apart. So wrapping your head around that, like, there's nobody else that can do what you do and how you do it. Stop comparing. That comparison, that is what needs to stop. If that's what's happening and you like feel that there's limiting beliefs or like sabotaging yourself because you're comparing yourself to other people, that needs to stop. Like, that is something that you need to work on if that's coming up for you. We have to learn to go with the flow. Okay, and I'm in this collective too, and yes, like, we need to stop micromanaging the situation. We need to stop planning ahead. Like, there's a reason why we don't know what's going on. We can sense that something's happening. We know that it's coming, and we know that our time is now, but it's also like, we need to wait. We need to be patient because it's supposed to be a surprise. The universe literally is wanting this to be a surprise for us. And so the more that we try to figure it out and the more that we try to pinpoint exactly like what the time and the date and the location that all this is going to happen and like how it's going to unfold, that's ruining the surprise. And the more that we try to do that, the harder the universe is going to keep it out of our vision, right? It's going to be harder for us to see it because we're just like it's just going to make us spin out of control. So we need to stop doing that. We need to basically just let it ride out. Just go with the flow. Just trust our gut. Just do our thing. Enjoy the journey. That was another big, huge thing. Embracing the journey. Like, that's the biggest piece of advice that I got when I first started my business, was just like, don't worry about what's going to happen 10 years from now. Don't worry about what's happening 5 years from now. Just enjoy the process, enjoy the journey, because it's an ever changing, it's ever evolving, and we are ever changing and ever evolving. And the healing journey, the awakening journey, the entrepreneurial journey, if you're becoming a mom for the first time, like, all of this, like, goes back to just allowing yourself to trust the process and just enjoy the journey for what it is. Okay. Okay, so here's another one that's hitting hard. Your inner child, your inner child wants to play. Okay. So somewhere along the line, we forgot how to play. We forgot how to have fun, and we became adults, and we forgot that playing is actually really important, because playing is a huge way that we learn and that we release energy and that we get creative, and that side of us has kind of been squashed a little bit. And we forgot about our inner child, and we forgot about nurturing our play aspect and like what hobbies and what things light us up, what stuff that we enjoy. So I'm gonna throat. Life is meant to be enjoyed, and it's not meant to be taken so seriously. So that is something that we need to really work on. Okay, what does your inner child want to do? Can you set a day aside where they take the lead? What does that look like? What activities are you going to do? Are you starting your day with eating ice cream? Are you going and running around on the splash pad, even though it may be like winter or cold or whatever, just because like you want to be at the water park? Are you jumping in the pool with all your clothes on? Are you playing hide and seek with your kids? Like, what does it look like? Like, what does like having your inner child lead for the day, as long as it's like within safe parameters and all the good stuff? What does it look like? What does that day look like? Because it sounds like a lot of fun to me. One thing was like, you never really got to play as a child. You kind of had to grow up fast. You had to learn to take care of yourself really quickly. You have many lives that you've lived already. You've come back many times, but you forgot. You forgot how to play. And I'm like, what's coming to mind right now as I'm saying this is like Neverland, like Lost Boys, and just kind of like just forgetting how to be young and forgetting how to just enjoy life. You never felt content or calm in your environment. You have a strong ability to remain calm in high stress situations. Like, not just like stressful situations, but like high stress where people would normally like be like, how are you even handling this right now? And you're just like, really, you just go inwards and you just find your calm like immediately and you just get the job done. And what's really coming to mind is like neurodivergency, ADHD. Like that is a superpower that we have, is we have that ability to just literally find a way to get through the situation, find a way to navigate this high stress situation so that we can actually function and we can get the job done. And then we kind of retreat after and we process how we're feeling after the fact. And many times, like even me growing up, like I felt many people always kept saying like, how are you so calm right now? This is like extremely stressful situation. Like, how are you even like handling the situation so calm? Like, been told that I'm like the calm in the storm, like those kinds of things. So if that's resonating with you, like this is, that's for you, right? The biggest thing is just being proud of how far you've come in this journey, like really reflecting on where you've gotten, like how you've gotten to this point, and just taking note of it and being really freaking proud of yourself, because your spirit team is insanely proud of you. And you need to be proud of yourself too. And you need to give yourself a lot of credit for how much work you've done and the amount of crap that you've let go of and the amount of stuff that you've gone through to get to this point. So just sit with it and be insanely proud of yourself. You have a big purpose and it's all unfolding now. Like now is the time. We've gone through everything. We've done all the work in the last like 3 to 5 years. Now is the time that everything is going to start unfolding. You are strong enough to handle this next phase, regardless if it feels a little bit like untapped territory. You're like, how am I supposed to go forward here? Like, I haven't done this before. I don't know. I don't have any examples. Like, I have no clue. This is essentially what is happening, is you are being asked to trust yourself and trust in your instincts and trust in like that, knowing that you do have what it takes and that you are strong enough to handle this next phase of life, and that it's going to be the best like era that you're going through, because the hard stuff is done and you know how to trust in your instincts. You know how to seek guidance from your source, divine, universe, whatever it is that you connect with. And that's really been the biggest lesson here that you've been like learning, along with letting go of past stuff, traumas, everything, all the things. Continue to clear out the blocks and limiting beliefs. So one thing that I offer on this page too is EFT tapping. So go back and look at other past videos that I've posted here. I have more longer videos of tapping on YouTube, as well as like actual series that I'm going to be posting for purchase kind of thing. But things to clear out negative energy, things to process limiting beliefs or blocks that are coming up around anything, whether that's like you're like not able to work your business, or your limiting belief around money, or you're not able to manifest, or just whatever the limiting belief that is coming up for you. And that can change day to day, but like learning how to work through that, reframing it and letting it go. Therapy is another thing, if you haven't already, which most of you probably are, but if you haven't already, that is something that's going to help to heal any past traumas that need to get worked through and processed. Practice receiving without needing to owe anybody anything. That's something that is a foreign concept to me. Every time that I receive something, I always feel like it's like I'm keeping score of who gave me something, who gave me what, so that I can like make sure I repay that person. But the lesson is trying to get you to just be able to receive for the sake of receiving, because you deserve it, and because you earned it, and because you are you. And we need to be able to do that. And a lot of that comes down to our self-worth and like what we actually feel like we deserve. And that is a limiting belief. So if you feel like you are not worthy of receiving stuff just for the sake of receiving stuff, that's a limiting belief, and that's something that we need to work on. Physically, you're being asked to physically like remove items from your house. So like I'm getting specifically close. So things that you may have had, like even in childhood or like your teen years, if there's something, I don't know if anybody else here does this, but like if there's something that you were hoping to like fit in again at some point, or you bought an outfit that you were just like one day I'll fit into that, and that's your motivation, but it's been like 20 plus years and you still don't fit into it. Like it's everything has energy, right? Everything is storing energy, and so you have a lot of like old things in your house, just remove it, like make room for new to come in, because part of manifesting anything in your life is to make room for it and act as if that is already real life, like you already are this person. And does this version of you, does this like the version that has everything that you desire, do they have all this clutter, do they have all this stuff? Like as I'm saying that with like what my background looks like, right? Like I'm in the process of purging too. So like, does your higher self, like what is their standard of living, how do they operate? That's kind of like the mindset that we have to get into to start receiving all the things that are coming into us before we even get the validation that, or like the physical form of everything. Like we are already that person, but that's a really hard place. Like it's a thing that you have to get to, right? And it doesn't have to be hard, but we put the limiting beliefs on ourselves, and then we get to that point and you're like, I don't know. It's not easy, so we are working on that. Okay, so the cards. So basically we have 10 of Pentacles right away. Okay, so I was getting, you're building generational wealth, breaking karmic cycles, and you're being rewarded for all you've done, like everything you've had to sacrifice. So because you didn't really have a childhood, because you didn't really have, you've gone through generational, breaking generational cycles and karmic cycles and everything that you've been working on, you are being rewarded for that. And you're going to be so fulfilled. We've got the Three of Swords. And so with this one, we've got no longer letting the words, negative beliefs, or limitations by others dictate how we move forward. No more external validation required. Thank you. Next. That's basically the message right there, okay? Then we've got Temperance. Okay, so you've mastered balancing the light and the dark within. When you feel disconnected or off balance, you have the tools to rebalance, reground, recenter your energy. Again, your spirit team is so freaking proud of you. You need to be proud of you. You freaking did this. Okay, then we've got the Wheel of Fortune. All of your manifestations and blessings are coming into you now. Let them come to you in divine timing. And I literally heard like, shh, it's a surprise. Just let it happen, okay? It's happening. Just accept that. And what to follow is the Chariot. Everything is coming faster than you think. Keep taking intentional action to shape your reality. The universe is ready to help clear the path for you. And going back to clearing the path, that clear opening that I saw right at the beginning of the channel message. Okay, everything's coming in super fast for you, so get ready. Two of Pentacles, and we're like dealing with a lot of like balancing energies here. You're doing an amazing job, and keep balancing and keeping balance in your life. So just keep going. Just keep doing what you're doing. That's basically what we're hearing here. We've got Two of Cups, so massive celebration and divine union is happening. Your soul team is coming to support you with this phase of your life so that you can continue to heal and enjoy life the way it's supposed to be lived. So if you're thinking that like you don't know how to do this next phase, you don't have any guidance or any kind of like evidence or anything to follow, don't worry about it, because you've got your spirit team coming in to help you. You've got your soul tribe that is literally going to be planted in your life. You're going to stumble upon like people that are literally, you're like, I've known you my entire life. Like it's instant connection. And it's like, once you're locked in with that person, like there's no breaking that. It's such a different connection. And once you're open to your soul tribe, guys, like I can't, it's amazing. It's the best feeling ever to have somebody reciprocate the same amount of like love and like effort into the relationship that you put in, and they're giving it back to you and like mirroring it back to you is wild, especially for people that like in this collective. If you have never really experienced that in your life and you all of a sudden have people that are like genuinely just like checking in on you and caring about you, and like you have these like long in-depth conversations with them, and you're just like, how do I like know you like so deeply? And it's like been like a month. Like it's a vibe. Okay, then we've got Seven of Cups. The 7 and 4 cups actually came out at the same time. So this one is get clear on your goals and take action to back it up. Your biggest dreams and desires are coming in now. You are about to be so fulfilled. You have no idea. So then the biggest like synchronicities as well that were coming in were like 1212, 222, 444, 77. I was seeing like champagne bottles popping, confetti and fireworks, so like massive celebration. Cups are also all about like emotional fulfillment, so just like feeling like so good, and you still have like more cups to come, but it's like you're not done yet. It's like just like kind of like scratching the surface basically. We also had the Devil. So you've learned to let go of your ego and trust your intuition, doing things scared because you know the universe is protecting you. So you are trusting your intuition and you're just doing it because you know you need to, and it's going to work out. So one way or another, it's going to happen. You've got the Empress. Sit in your Empress energy. The hustle mode is over now. Okay? Did you hear that? Did I say that loud enough? The hustle mode is over now. Being in your Empress energy is you are a magnet to the things that you want and the desires that you have and the life that you're going to be living. And we need to be living in this energy. This is what we are right now. This is what all the work that you've done. And this is regardless of like gender. It's just, this is just the energy. Okay. Become a magnet to your desires. That's pretty much what it is. We are Knight of Cups. You have so much gratitude for everything and know that everything is happening everything is happening for you to grow and heal. With my like nose is like so itchy. And see the beauty in this 3D world. So you're like really understanding, or you've like learned the lesson now that like it doesn't really matter if something negative does happen or something that didn't go according to plan, you know that there was a purpose for it, and you can just be like, okay, like you still find a way to find the silver lining in it now instead of being like it totally like deflating you. Okay, so those are the cards. Those are the tarot cards. Then I was asked to pull from my affirmation deck. I don't have it right here, but anyway, these are the 2 cards that came out. So the first one says, my love is stronger than arguments and fights. And on the back, it says, your ego will always try to win. You are much more than your ego. Whenever you find yourself in an argument, ask yourself, does it really matter? Is this worth giving away any peace? Okay, so here it is if you want to take a screenshot. Okay, but this is a big one because a lot of us get like trapped in the fight or whatever it is, and 9 times out of 10 it's not really worth the fight. Just kind of like be the bigger person and not accept defeat, but like just choose where you're putting your energy. Something else that was coming to mind, especially with this card here, so fox symbols and the sun are going to be significant here. So you might see a fox in like it could be like pictures, or depending on where you are, you might actually like have foxes around your area, or just something like someone's gonna like point out and say like, oh, like look at that fox, or like this is such a pretty picture of a fox, or like something just random, and you're gonna be like, oh, interesting. But yeah, those two are big ones as well. So this one says the only approval I need is my own. Okay. Again, letting go is just reaffirming what was already said with no longer needing everybody's validation, external validation anymore. Worrying about what others think is only a distraction to living courageously. Nobody knows your needs better than yourself. Okay? So, like, could not be more on point. And that was pretty much it. When I put, like, I asked for, like, any final thoughts, anything like that. My webcam's being all weird now. Coming back. Anyway. Basically, I got a child running in a field, giggling with the sun on them. Okay? Like, how, like, perfect is that image right now? The life of peace, calm, and ease is here now. Release anything left. Okay? Release anything from your past self. It's no longer needed here. In this space that we are living coherently with our inner child, we are living in a place of peace and calm. And it's not to say you're going to be in this like Zen state every second of the day, but the point is that you have the tools to get back to that center state. Like, you know how to balance everything. When you feel off balance, you know how to get back. Like, you literally just keep on going back to your center, like, every single time. That is the point. And we are there. So we don't need the other things that are weighing us down to more one side, or like having to people please, or having to show up for people because it's what we're supposed to be doing. Like, you're here for a bigger purpose. You're here for like, to help so many people, and you need to start doing that. You need to start stepping up into that power, because it's time and people need you. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to wrap it up there. It's very, very long, but it was needed. And yeah, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Enjoy your day. I will see you very soon.